I start in this video, ladies and gentlemen, by space final God message coming by angel of the God to bring in the international news world about the Canada system and Canada government from their Canadian Security Service and their forces in Canada, what they did cause behind my future. So I bring this information in the world news by sending this information to you, all of you to receive that to the from United States to European NATO, United Nations, and all few countries, you are on the serious attack to happening because the space god come to releasing some nuclear atomic explosion will happen. Their plan to bring in guilty one on my investigation, bring on the international courts, because what is coming to happening to the biospace, they want to bring basically government of Canada and their Canadian Security Service and their forces from whoever was behind my case from their RCMP bringing on the international courts. This court can happen by other countries as United Nations and European, the NATO and United States and Russia, including China. If they don't do that, this court can happen by this. I bring it to evidence soon in 2023 from April what is coming to happen.
From the accident relatively quickly, but our civilization wasn't as dependent on electricity as it is now. When another major solar storm struck Earth in March 1989, the entire Canadian province of Quebec plunged into darkness.
1859, ladies and gentlemen, is on the way to come in, and God wants to send this message to many parts to receive that because of the space. God's side want to release the attack by space to bring in government of Canada on the international courts under my investigation what they did cost behind my future by their system, which is they know exactly what they do behind my future by their system, costing the many parts in my life crime today by not paying for their crime what they did cost. So they are going to pay according to my information. I am bringing third war, ladies and gentlemen. In 2023 from April, third war will happen by space god, major sun attack for earthquake to tsunami, major blackouts coming, Sodom and Gomorrah coming to happen. And God wants to send in this information to manifest. You are responsible, United Nations, NATO, United States, in this few days, April, to bring in government of Canada on the international courts, according to this man, before atomic explosion, we attacking you by space. Because Canada has been found guilty about my case in Canada. I don't know how many hands behind my case they have behind but I understand they have Muslim movement in Canada behind my future. They did cause many parts my life crime, which is they don't show, but behind my life they casting by their culture, which is the Canada culture. They are interested in money, to getting money from other people and continue their agenda in Canada, and they believe they are going to go forwards. They don't they be surprised what is coming to Canada by my investigation to their government inside the Ottawa. What is coming to happen? Ladies and gentlemen, Canada has been found guilty for to come to international courts. And the breaking news world can receive that by 7 to tsunami coming. God releasing from this part here to comfort. And God releasing this investigation from space by many tornado coming right now. Because I did send to the Canada, they must pay me. I moved from their country to not stay in Canada. But I don't know who is behind that subject. They casting that to not Canada pay and they carry on, which is my duty. God want I sending to all of you here. Government of Canada coming under investigation by space attack coming from 2023 this April. The space got released in for Sudam and Gumaro, ladies and gentlemen, to bring in government of Canada on the international courts, and many countries be under risk because of Canada. United States did not bring on the international court under my investigation. United States and NATO, United Nations. United Nations and NATO be attacked, ladies and gentlemen, on the biggest TNT, this tsunami attack happening in the NATO, United Nations, and European to USA to bring in this guilty one who was accosting. According to my information, ladies and gentlemen, 2023 from now, space coming for atomic explosion happening, and many is in the risk to that country they coming. And God want I send him to you one last chance, one last time. If Canada government not coming to pay, not bringing government of Canada on the international court, we will destroy you, United States Navy, United States Marine, CIA, FBI, DIA inside the United States by TNT atomic explosion coming to happen into your country, and you will send it to the NATO according to this sign here. According to God, this sign, lightning and tornado. This is a sign happening. You will send it to the NATO and United Nation in the April 4th today. If we not stand up and bring in government of Canada on the international courts, on the Qassem Yar Ahmadi investigation, we are going to be on the attack, and risk is, I bring it to you here. And risk is 150 million people in USA facing this attack from space. You can call falling or die. This is the third world coming, ladies and gentlemen, to bring in guilty country on the world breaking news. Who was behind the Canada? The Canada was it themselves costing all that, or who was it behind the Canada costing this to Canada not coming on the international courts, bringing their government and their security building and their federal department on the international courts on the news for this crime they did cost behind my future. So good news is, ladies and gentlemen, a space coming for major attack to bring in government of Canada in their parliament under my investigation. But this earthquake coming, they will not stop this earthquake first and second and third happening, because third war coming, ladies and gentlemen, to bring in government of Canada under this international courts. According to this man, we will attack you, NATO, European, NATO, United Nations, United States. We will attack you in the April 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring it to you here. Sun will raise an atomic explosion very soon.
However, American scientists not only, and even though Castle Yankee turned out to be not so enormous,
Space God coming releasing this atomic explosion, ladies and gentlemen, I bring it before happening. This evidence of the NASA chief warning, serious warning, Sun releasing atomic explosion, which is, I understand, few months ago, I did send sun raising, behind the sun raising, angel of the God to come attack for Sudan, and Gomorrah will happen in very soon. Because their agenda to bring in government of Canada under my investigation to freeze in their country under this criminal investigation, what they did cause behind my future, because God released in this attack from now to comfort. And I send it to all of you to know that nothing going to be changed. Two things will happen, ladies and gentlemen, in 2023 from now, April, because January, February, March, God did bring a tsunami, tornado, many parts, earthquake. But in 2023 from April, two things God wants I send into you. United States, which is you did sign 150 million is in the race to die, United States, and United States, NATO, European, United Nations. If you not bring in government of, two things will happen. If you not bring in government of Canada under my investigation on the international court, completely bring in their government system about my case, what they did cause in Canada behind my future, on the international court, you must believe United States and NATO, European space will attack you. This attack not happening. This attack is not happening yet, but they are in process to bring in this attack any moment by my information coming on the YouTube World News, because my time is arrived and you did carry on and did not in United States. So you must believe United States government. I am sending to you today from CIA to FBI, your department. You are responsible in 2023 from April, not next month. These few days, you forcing United Nations and NATO to bring in government of Canada on the international court. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not alien UFO attack. This is the angel attack by lightning. We have two sides appearing in the space by angel ship, you call alien ship. But I give you correct information because your technology weapon beyond cannot see this angel ship appearing. And I be called to bring it to you angel ship appearing above the United States by angel behind that ship to bring in Sodom and Gomorrah. But scientist technology believe this is a alien attack. But I am open your mind tonight. Beware, this is a God released in this attack. And I am sending to the United Nations and NATO. If you don't bring in government of Canada to pay me according to the God, I've been charging the government of Canada. If you don't bring government of Canada to pay me for this crime they did cause behind my future by many culture from Muslim Arab terrorists to the country Canadian Security Service building to the India culture criminal and to the Iranian operation terrorists. Again, in Canada they give job. They give laundry money, bring laundry money behind my future. So I am sending to you United States, if you are not, if you don't want to attack in Canada to bring in Canada under this international court, you are responsible. Before 150 million 2023 FBI, CIA, you run away from your window, trying to run out from window because you don't know what is coming. If they don't send into United Nations, if your country is not sending to United Nations and NATO to bring in government of Canada on the international court, this is first things must happen, and you must believe by force will happen very soon. We are talking about 2023, ladies and gentlemen, biggest atomic explosion happening by fire coming, nuclear atomic fire, bringing car flying on the air, land be cracked down. But because God know that two things I received the God word. Two things will happen. They bring government of Canada from United States, United Nations, NATO. They bring government of Canada under my investigation. They pay me. I move from Canada, or we attacking Sodom and Gomorrah to bring in your country under this investigation. We will bring in UK government under 1666 to destroying all the India culture inside the MI6. They are in the risk. Parliament building of the UK, they are in the risk, ladies and gentlemen. And I did told 150 million people is in the risk. In this case, this information go to many parts, which is 2023 in this moment I'm sending to you, sun will be released for Sodom and Gomorrah, which is, I bring it to you evidence.
Spacecraft captured previously unseen photographs of a solar outburst on February 15th of last year. NASA and the European Space Agency, ESA, made history. The astronomy community has learned a lot more about these damaging processes on the sun's surface because of this unprecedentedly comprehensive view of the event. However, these damaging processes on the sun's surface because of this unprecedentedly comprehensive view of the event. However, NASA has been keeping track of these solar flares and storms for a while and has discovered that the energy they unleash is vastly more than that of any nuclear bomb on Earth.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring it to you evidence of this nuclear bomb coming to the Earth. And God wants I send it to the first country beside the Canada is the United States are responsible to send this to United Nations and NATO before billion of people in the United Nations and NATO all over that country be destroyed. And God want to bring the guilty one country on the news, which is if Canada, if United Nations and NATO and United States forcing and UK, because UK is going to be destroyed, ladies and gentlemen, by 166 fire coming to UK, by God releasing attack to the UK for crime of Canada, they connect and allowing Canada carry on. And this information God want first go to the governor of the United States Congress. If you don't send this to United Nations and NATO to stand up bringing government of Canada on the international court on the Qasem Ahmadi investigation, we will attack Congress House. We will attack from space. According to this man, we will bring third war. Two things as well I did told. Government of Canada can pay me by your team, United States, NATO, United Nations. They pay me by European, Russia, China. They pay me what I did told for 10 years. I have investigation against the government of Canada for crime of their Canadian Security Service and their RCMP and their and security border and their immigration behind my future. They did cause this crime. And they believe they are going to be quiet and walk away. But I can send it to you today. Damage already has been in my life from Canada. Nobody can remove this damage. So I am bringing third word to you, United States, Joe Biden, FBI, CIA, DIA department. And before I bring this third word to you, God want I send into the you send it to United Nations. We are in the emergency by atomic explosion coming to happen in nuclear. If we don't bring the government of Canada on the international court to be charged on the Qasem Ahmadi investigation, we will be attacked in United States and we cannot stand for this attack.
Discovered that the energy they unleash is vastly more than that of any nuclear bomb on Earth.
Nuclear bomb on the Earth, CIA, FBI department, beware. This is coming by my information in the international world news to the United Nations, NATO, to know that you have only one choice, two choices, to bring in government of Canada on the international court, their country, their system of their government coming international court, we charge Canada on the international court, make decision for government of Canada when I am speaking there, give information, or government of Canada, you force, they come to pay me in these few days, April, because they cost in my job, my situation completely be closed down, and they are in trouble in Canada, I can tell you today, because this trouble coming Sodom and Gomorrah, ladies and gentlemen, and cost is all coming to you, United States government, to bring in government of Canada under this attack investigation.
Discovered that the energy they unleash is vastly more than that of any nuclear bomb on Earth. According to the space agency, the explosions, called solar flares, are capable of releasing as much energy as 1 billion 1 megaton nuclear bombs.
I did send you United States 150 million. They are in the risk. UK government, I did send you today, and I am sending to you to again right this moment. If you are not bringing government of Canada under this investigation, we will attack you, UK, United States, which is happening 166 to your parliament building, UK government, to your land, not only parliament building, but we will bring this attack to you, UK and United States government, to be sent to the United Nations. They are in the serious. If they don't stand up and bring in government of Canada on the international court news, on the international court on the Qasem Yar Ahmad investigation, tornado and earthquake will take over in the April, in this month. But atomic explosion coming to happen, ladies and gentlemen, because a space god coming unleash for this attack. Ladies and gentlemen, take 24 hours, God released in this attack according to his word. NASA told 18 hours sun attack 1859, but according to my information, take 24 hours, God bring in this attack to bring in government of Canada and the international courts under my investigation, because my word cannot fall, God told. I must believe. And God sending to you, United States government, beware. We are talking about billion hydraulic bomb coming. Your lands from a space god site, they are on process, but tornado coming, hurricane and tsunami coming, and this will happen. If your department not sending to United Nations and NATO and European by Russia, China, bringing government of Canada on the international court on the Qasem Yar Ahmadi investigation, if you don't do that, we will attack you, United States. In the short time, I can promise to you, this attack coming to happen. Because plan is bringing government of Canada on the international courts. You want to stop that, you go right ahead if you can. The space bringing third world by force right now, by angel, tornado, hurricane, tsunami, earthquake. But this atomic explosion happening in 2023, by sun coming, closest you ever imagine, sun coming to the earth. They will bring this attack investigation to government of Canada. If you don't do that by your will, United States. United Nations, NATO, European, you are one step far for biggest atomic explosion ever seen in the history to happen to the United Nations parts and to the NATO. Many countries, they are in the dangerous because space god give warning to you. We want you bring government of Canada on the international court to bring their country on the international courts, and decision will be made from there for Canada government and Canada future. If you don't do that, we will attack United Nations. We give you warning, and NATO, European, United States, especially you did UK. We give you warning, especially to you in India culture, in Parliament and MI6. You are one step far. We coming to destroy you for death.